Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Check 1 2 3. Alrighty, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and all those in between. Welcome back to Spartan 93 Gaming. I am your host, Spartan 93, aka Firehawk 5150, aka Lucas, and we are back in Jurassic World Evolution 3, where we were in Malta building up a collection from an abandoned site from a billionaire who got too much buck out for his bang, and it didn't work out for him. So we are currently taking care of that. Um, Making sure that we can pay off his loan sharks and all that stuff. So that's wonderful. Um, so super excited today about playing this because I didn't touch anything. I really wanted to mess around with some stuff, but I was too tempted to continue on. But I do plan on coming back and doing a few of the other missions and some other sites that we've already completed, so that we can like advance the plot further, because there's like a 5-star thing, and I'm not sure how much further we have to go. No, you don't. And actually, I'm doing a lot better this week, so I'm feeling a lot better. I feel a lot peppier. I'm honestly in a relatively good mood. And not saying that I was like in a horrible mood or anything last week. It was more just a lot of changes were happening last week, and it was a bit nuts. So, anywho, let's go over the schedule. Thursday, we will be in GTA 5 doing some of our side missions. I believe we will be either doing some gun running missions or air missions, or some of the auto shop missions. So, super excited to go do those. Then Saturday, we will be back on the Rev Raptor build. Yes, we have completed the Death Soar, and we are on to the Rev Raptor. We happened to finish the Death Soar in the first half of the stream, and started the Rev Raptor in the second half. So, really excited about that. I'm glad we're getting these moved along. It is kind of sad because we've got one more model kit after the Raptor, and it's just kind of a bummer. I will try to get a few more kits. I can't really break the bank right now because we're currently looking to get some plumbing work done. I have an estimate this week, so we're gonna see what happens. So yeah, just bear with us on that. But if we take a break, means that I pull up another game and we see what we play and go from there. Maybe bring back some Assassin's Creed Shadows, play around in that, or maybe start something new, like a playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. Who knows? So we shall see. Or I've been telling a lot of people to play. A lot of people have been telling me to play. Sorry, that got weird. A lot of people have been telling me to play Hollow Knight and Silk Song. So I am kind of excited about giving those a shot as well. So, we'll see. And then next Tuesday, we'd probably be back in this. So, anywho, we are at 157 followers. That's 3 away from our 160 follower goal. We'd really appreciate it if you could hit that follow button and help get us to that. Helps get our videos mentioned and recommended to people who would like our content. So, every little bit helps. If you also could follow, subscribe, and ring the bell over at our YouTube at Spartan923 at YouTube, we'd greatly appreciate that too. I believe we're going to be hitting our 70th episode in GTA soon, so yeah, hopefully you'll be here Thursday. And if you really want to help out the channel, and I mean really help out the channel, contribute and all that kind of stuff, we'd ask that you'd hit that subscribe button, because not only does it get rid of those pesky ads I can only snooze 3 times during the stream, but it also helps us with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, model kits and diapers for little baby Bray. So we greatly appreciate the help there. And with that, I really don't have much else. So, yeah, let's go ahead and get on into the game, shall we? Okay. Switch this over. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Ow. Perfect. Okay. So, interesting day for me. Continue. San Albertus Island, Malta. So, yeah, so for some of you who've been following on events since last week, my position is kind of altering a little bit because we are getting more people in. Luckily, we have just hired someone new, and we are currently about to have a new person join us as well. So 2 new hires. So we're really excited about the additions, and also it's giving us a chance to restructure our entire area to suit our work team better. Now, I was told by my boss, things are going to change. It's going to change fast, and it may kind of suck. But I did say that I was ready and willing to give it a shot, and so yeah. Please, yes, sir. Hopefully this doesn't affect the world too badly. Nope, it's happy. There we go. I do believe we might be... think the cohabitation's good. Population 4. Okay. I'd love to... So I believe another one that we can work on is Megalodon. You have Mosasaurus. Megalodon would be pretty neat, but does Megalodon get along with anything? Likes no other species, dislikes Dunkleosteus, which is what this pit up here is. Okay. Let's see. And I remember we had goals. Okay. So, number of guests is a thing. Marine mammals, we're on our way to that goal. So, we are 12 away. So, that means if I could get 6 more in different tanks, that would be awesome. Does Attenborosaurus get along with Dunkleosteus? Small, medium. No disliked species. You know what? For kicks and giggles, and I'll sell it if I have to. Well, no. Oh, I do have enough room for, like, several more. So, I wanted to make a T-Rex pit. Do I have enough for a T-Rex? Hang on. Oh, we could do one here, I think. Let's him haw this a minute. Hey, good to see you, PK. I hope you're doing well. Hanging in there. That's always good, buddy. I'm glad to hear it. I know that my department and out until mid-May. Okay. I know that my department and one guy from repair and one nice lady from assembly are all rooting for you. So we're hoping you're, and glad to know that there's a time frame at least in place. So surgery's in April. Okay, well, definitely let me know so that I can touch base after. So I greatly appreciate that, buddy. Then I need a power plant. Oh. These generators seem to be doing the job that I need them to do, so we'll just keep using them for now. Sure that my amenities is dropping like a stone. Oh, actually, I'm doing pretty good. My transport rating is in the hill, is definitely in the hole. My drink and food and everything else definitely needs some work. But that's not bad. The dinosaurs are doing amazing. So we do need to add a bathroom and a shelter. So we need a toy. Let's put in the toy.
Gentlemen, our restroom is now open.
Help me, dinosaurs, help me.
Whenever nature calls.
Yep. So that should help out. That. Move up to medium amenities. Nice shot. All right, those are fixed. Can I even make that connection? Not enough. Okay, let's fix. Nope, that's not what I wanted. Okay, let's do this. All right.
Attention personnel. A new monorail station has opened, and guests will be arriving.
All right, and we could probably still put like a small thing there, something there, and then something down here. I'm hoping Megalodon and Attenborosaurus will get along. I need to have 12 things in one place.
Request acknowledged.
Now I need to put someone to bed. Thank you. Alright, so restroom coverage needs up. The transportation's good. The shopping, of course. It's complaining about shopping right here. Oh my god. Oh my god. Could I just relocate one of these? There's drink. There we go. So, did that fix that? Perfect. Now, why do we still have restroom problems? Are we serious? Are we? Is it seriously there? That's the problem. There's not restroom right where you get off the monorail. That has got to be the most petty.
Ladies and
There we
gentlemen,
go.
our restroom is now open to use for whatever nature calls.
last week was kind of miserable because I was doing some new stuff that I normally don't do, and also something weird had happened to my eye. I don't really know how to explain it. So I'll just say it the way I'll just say how I reacted. I was going to bed, and I felt like something dripped in my eye. I usually I took a shower, and then all of a sudden I just felt like something dripped in my eye. I thought it was like water or something. But then all of a sudden my eye started just hurting, like if you got dust in your eye or something like that. I couldn't stand it. It was so bad, and I tried to lay down and thought I could just let it tear up really good and just kind of flush it out. That didn't work. I got up and I started throwing water under my eyelid and everything. I stared in the mirror, just looking everywhere in my eye and nothing. So eventually I did find some saline solution and was able to calm it down, and I was like, oh my God, this is terrible. And so the next day I went to work. My eye still hurt so bad, and I'm like, I must have scratched my eye. Maybe I got what was in my eye out, but I must have scratched my eye. And I just kept putting saline solution in my eye throughout the day. And sure enough, by the middle of the week, my eye was doing a lot better. But just, oh man, it was miserable. And then at the same time, I was having to relearn another position, and I have an audit that I'm going through, and training a new person. It was a lot to deal with a bad eye. So I did my best. I will say today I had a bit of a surprise because as with everyone has a mentor in their life, and I've had several at this job. One of them being a good old friend of mine. I'm not going to say their name. I will just call them B. But when I started, well, I guess I'll tell you how this all came about when I started working for this place. So I was working at the locksmith, and the locksmith said, well, our company's going one way and you're not part of it. And I'm like, okay, that's probably the most pain in the butt excuse that you could give, but fine. And I then started looking for a job. Desperately tried to get a letter of recommendation from my previous boss. He said he would do it, but then refused to, so I just said, you know what, never mind you, and turned in my shirts and said, nope. So yeah, I got really fed up with that job because I devoted 4 years of my life to him, and the thanks I got was nada. Tolerance. Are we at 100? Save changes. We're not at 100 yet, so I can still get another point to kind of level him out. Really want to get that tolerance up. So then I started putting in for jobs, and there was one place that I tried. It was a like auto shop that had been owned by the same guy for years and years and years. And as I was working, I was like, I I'm like, just got out of it, and the thing is, they were kind of rushing because they had like a show they were going to, and they really wanted to get the person hired so that they could go. And I'm like, well, I'm not gonna just force my decision, and yeah, it was. I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that because rushing into because my last job at the locksmith, when I went to that position, he's like, well, if anything, I'd like to offer you the job right now, and you could start like immediately. And I said, I'm like, okay, well, tiny thing. I'm like, I need to I had to get certified to drive a particular kind of truck. I had to like get a few other things taken care of. So it was a whole kit and caboodle. All right, save that. Sorry, I have an itch. So, yeah. So this place kind of rushing me. I'm like, no, I can't. I'm like, if you need an answer like now, then I have to decline because I really wanted to think on it, and there was no way I was just gonna say yes to something that I'd probably be miserable in like a week. So I turned it down. Then I got a call from the place I currently work at, and I was like, okay. So I went in and like, well, it's an assembly job. You're doing this, this, and this. There will be overtime, and I'm like, well, I'm not opposed to overtime, as long as it's like reasonable and you don't like try to screw me over or anything. And he's like, oh, no, we're pretty fair about things, good HR and all that. So I okay. So I'll continue this story in just a second. I am going to run upstairs and grab some food. Be right back, folks. All right, am I back? Okay, sorry about that. I'm not going to turn down a meal. Okay, so let's begin our task. A Boomski. All right. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So I turned down that job, and then I was getting hired at the other place. So when I got hired at the other place, I had no uniforms. So my last job was like one of my last jobs was I just came in like at the locksmith. I was supposed to wear khakis and whatever shirt they gave me. So that's what I did. Then I was working this place, so all I had was polo shirts and khakis. So I was like, okay, let's do that. And sure enough, I was fine. Two females, two males. All right, so can't really afford to make you yet. Head on that. Let's let them cook for a bit. So, pardon me. So, I had, so I looked pretty, like, prim and prep for the kind of work we were doing. But all the polo shirts I had were old, so they were just glorified work shirts. So I started working on certain assemblies and stuff like that. And then the guy who hired me thought it'd be funny to play a prank on me. So he told everyone in the department I was being hired in that I was with internal affairs. He told everyone I was with internal affairs, and I'm like, when I found out about it, I was like, why would you do that? And oh, that's funny. It's funny. And I'm like, it's not funny when you get, like, because here's the thing. A lot of people hated me because they thought I was, like, a snitch or something. And I'm like, why would you do this to somebody? Why would you, like, make their life completely miserable and do that to them? It's just asinine. And so he got this one person who still does not like me to this day, all riled up. They started spreading rumors about me. And then that got another group of people thinking that they were going to have someone come and take care of me, which I didn't find out till much later. And then eventually someone kind of took me under their wing, started teaching me stuff and all that. And I'm like, okay, that's awesome. So wonderful. Someone actually, because I was about to quit because people were treating me so bad. I probably should have, but then I wouldn't be in the position I am now. I'm actually in a very good place right now. So, but then they decided to put me on the build line, and that's when I met B. She took me under her wing and taught me everything she knew. She wasn't too harsh on me. She pretty much made sure that I was comfortable and that no one was going to give me any guff or anything. So, thank you. But as I was getting things sorted out and all that, she just kept. She was so awesome. She was really nice, very caring. Didn't take guff from anybody, and always was looking to help improve things for us there. And I really respected her for that. And then kind of a bad thing happened where this one guy came along and decided to shake things up a bit, would bully her to the point at which she just left. And I was like, and they got so things got like really awkward after that because I then became a lead, which is a pretty decent position. And I was like, guys, I don't know. And then I thought, like, oh no, you do fine, you do fine.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the
so
site.
I took the position.
Available personnel,
And I was
please
just
respond.
like, and it seemed like things were on the up and up. Everyone was very nice to me and stuff like that. And then things started seeming weird, like weird to the point of this is sus. So they'd like take me out on Fridays to places I really didn't like going, or if I did go, I was completely not acting the way that they wanted me to act and stuff like that. So I was like, sorry for being a buzzkill. But they wanted to see me uncomfortable, and I honestly didn't just because I was not a person that liked being there.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
But long and short of it, things kind of worked out. But then down the road, I was requesting off for vacation, and I had requested off almost a year in advance. And then one day, the person who was acting all buddy-buddy with me is like, hey, I just want to prepare you because you kind of take things too emotionally. I'm like, emotionally? What are you talking about? And he's like, just hear me out before you get all upset. And I'm like, I'm not upset. I'm like, should I be upset? He's like, so-and-so's going to be coming up here and going to be asking you to give up some of your vacation time because we're just so far behind. I'm like, then you tell him no. And he's like, I can't do that. I'm like, why can't you do that? No, it's no. Absolutely not. He's like, look, just go to the meeting. I've got your back on this. I'll do what I can. I'm like, I don't think you're understanding. No. And he's like, just go to the meeting and you just got to trust me on this. I'm like, trust you? Really? You're pulling that card? And I'm like, fine. But if it goes south, I'm like, you better. And so we sit down, and then the first thing he says is, so we're going to have to ask you to take off cancel your vacation. I'm like, I can't do that. And he's like, why not? It's like, well, we need you here, and this is a sacrifice you need to make. And I'm like, no, you're the one who planned all this it poorly, and now you're dragging me off my vacation because I'm the only person that knows this particular build. You should have done better and had me train more people instead of just sticking on your butt, worrying about your own shop being open. But I kind of held myself back. I was like, this seems more like a you problem than a me problem. It's like, it's gonna be a you problem. It's like, and I'm like, what do you? And then of course I see the other guy just saying, back off. And I'm like, hey. Well, and he's like, well, I'm sure the company will reimburse you for any losses and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. You sure on that? And I'm like, it's like, I'm sure it doesn't cost that much. And I'm like, 10 grand. It's like, no. And I'm like, 10 grand.
We've increased
He's like,
hotel capacity
absolutely not. And I'm like, I'm sorry, you're taking away my tickets, my hotel fees, my gas, my everything. And my own psychological well-being. He's like, I think they're only going to like do 2 grand, and I'm like, then I'm not doing it. He's like, you will, and I'm like, are you? I'm like, fine, and it's like, good. Glad we could reach this. I didn't even like agree. He's just like, glad we could reach this understanding. And I'm like, you're full of shit. I left the room angry, and I just went back to my workstation and stuff like that, and the other guy just came back like, I told you to let me handle it. I told you to let me. You didn't do anything. I'm like, you did nothing. You did nothing. I'm like, screw you. And I was done. I was done with him, done with everything. I just like, I'm like, you are nothing. No. I'm like, no, this is not happening. And so, at that point, I went and I talked to the big boss and said, look, they didn't plan for this, and now I'm losing my vacation, which I think is illegal, and I am more than willing to. He's like, well, now wait a minute, let's, and I'm like, look, I can get all your stuff done, but I mean, I don't want to lose my vacation because they just want me here to help bolster the numbers. He's like, and then he says, he's like, look, if you get it done the day of your vacation, the day before your vacation, you can leave. I'm like, great, that'd be fine. I mean, I'm already going to lose a day, but yeah. And so it starts going. I even tried to get myself out of it by claiming I had a plumbing issue happen, and of course they said I should have stuck to my guns a little harder, but it's like, well, we knew that he took away his vacation. Now he's saying that he can't come in on that day, which is kind of odd. And then the guy comes over, he's like, I told you to let me handle this. And I'm like, you didn't. You did nothing. Like, I'm dealing with it now. And he's like, well, I know that you lied, so guess what? You're fucked now. I'm like, great. I'm like, he's like, and you're so ungrateful. So ungrateful. I'm like, ungrateful? Ungrateful. And I'm like, you are just terrible. And after that, I'm like, so I'm on the day that I'm already missing out on I'm already missing out on my vacation, so I'm furious. I'm like, I'm going to leave today, and I'm not coming in this weekend. I have said to myself, I'm going on my vacation, and I had finished all the lifts that I needed to build. All that was left was packing. Everyone knew how to pack, and they're like, dude, you should just go. And I'm like, yeah. And then the big boss came out. He's like, you done? I'm like, I built everything. They're just packing it. They shouldn't need me for that. He's like, okay, you're good. And I was getting ready to leave, and my manager was like, what are you doing? I'm like, Jeff said I could go. He's like, no, you can't. I'm like, all the lifts are built. They just need to be. You're not leaving until every lift is packed. I'm like, you're fucking kidding me. And then everyone was getting furious about it. They're like, dude, you can't do that to him. It's like, you want to be in trouble like him? So, long and short of it, they screwed me over. I lost a day of my vacation with no reimbursement. And I was like, you. So now I'm never trusting anyone again. And I was like, I'm done. And as I was leaving, the guy's like, you need to learn some respect. And all this stuff. I'm like, you know what? See how much respect you deserve when I don't show up on Monday. It's like, excuse me? I'm like, you heard me. And then one person called me. He's like, dude, don't quit. And I'm like, why shouldn't I? You do it. It's like, no, just don't quit. I'm like, I'm not. I'm like, dude, he lied to me. He lied to me. He's like, yeah. Just don't quit. You're better than that. I'm like, fine. So I went on my vacation. I enjoyed myself. It was my big FU to them because I did not show up on that Saturday. And everyone was like, you don't give him any trouble when he comes back. And I was like, yeah. So those two, after that point, just treated me like garbage all the time. And I know that one of them was trying to get rid of me, so he purposely was having me train people to do everything I could do. And I'm like, good luck. Good luck finding anyone who could do as much as I do. And the thing is, they just couldn't find a reason to get rid of me. And not a good one, anyway. And I was like, you're screwed, man. So, long and short of it, the funny thing came around where my manager ended up saying something like really sexist. And ended up having like an HR thing on him, investigation going. And he ended up skipping town and running away like the coward he was. And I'm like, good riddance. Might as well be gone. Like, don't even give a damn. And it was just so, once he was gone, and then just seeing, because of that, because they wanted him to give up his vacation. That's what it was. They wanted him to give up his vacation, and he was also under investigation. So he's like, nope. He's like, I'm going on my vacation. I'm like, oh, really? You get to go on yours, but I don't get to go on mine? That's kind of bullshit. And he's like, it's different. I'm like, no, it's not. It's exactly the same. He's like, whatever, man, whatever. I'm like, yeah, sure. And then once he did that and he didn't show up, I started laying into my boss. And I'm like, yeah, ain't that just great? It's like, what? And I'm like, isn't it just wonderful when a employee just stands up to you and disappears and all that? He's like, well, it's really inconvenient because I needed to go on vacation. I'm like, wow. Missing out on your vacation. That must really suck, Gary. He's like, you still got to go. I'm like, I lost a whole day of vacation, Gary. You have no idea about sacrificing it. So, back off. And he couldn't get rid of me. So then they hired very good manager who actually pulled me aside when we first met, and he was like, "Hey, so what do you think about me being the manager over there?" And he was very cordial, but I was immediately just, when he said he was going to be manager, I gave him such a look. I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, I am not happy with management. Like, I will tell you that you will have to work to earn my trust, because these guys have screwed me over several times. He's like, well, how so? I'm like, they made me lose vacation time. They told me I would have to cancel my vacation. Luckily, I was able to pull my butt out of it. But I'll tell you, never again. I will never give up my vacation for anyone. I will quit before I do that again. And he's like, okay, I completely understand. And from that point forward, when he started up, he would come to me and ask me questions, and was like, he showed me a huge amount of respect, more than anyone else. And he also like gave us a book to show us how to be better team leaders and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay. I read the book. The other two people didn't, because they thought it was a joke. I did, and I enjoyed it. And so I kept meeting with him where the other two refused to. And he would ask me to give out morning announcements and everything else. Asked me to come in early to help him. I was like, okay, yeah. So I was helping him. He even had me apply for the manager position, and I was beat out by one guy who had just a bit more experience than me. And I'm like, that's fine. I'm good with that. Then they had me stick around and work on a few things. And then a quality position opened up, and I ended up, they ended up scaring off the new manager that came in after, because my previous boss got shit canned because they found out that he was grifting on the side, like during business hours. So he got in trouble for that and was laid off for COVID. So it gave them a reason to lay him off. And I felt amazing after that. So the guy who became the manager became the supervisor. He told me to step into the manager position, and I tried, but they found someone else. Then that guy got kind of bullied out of there because honestly, the assemblers were just shit to him, and I didn't think that was fair. And I even apologized to the guy on his last day. I'm like, look, I know why you're leaving, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry that people treated you like that. No one should be treated like that, and it's just not fair. And he's like, you were probably the only person who does not need to apologize. And I'm like, look, I just, it's not fair. You shouldn't have been treated like that, and it's not fair. And later down the road, I even told him, like, you know why Evan quit? He's like, yeah, he found a better job somewhere. I'm like, no, he quit because these guys were bullying him all the time. They were treating him like shit. It's like, well, that does suck. I'm like, yeah, maybe you should be talking to these guys and telling them that they are, like, being shitheads. Oh, did we lose one? Oh no, there's more. There's more. He just got lost. But, yeah, I was done at that point. I'm like, okay, fine. And then he pulled me aside one day. He's like, look, there's a position opening up. Quality control. I think you would be perfect for that. I'm like, you know what happened the last time I applied for a job you suggested? He's like, I think you would be in a better position. They really want to hire from within. I'm like, okay, let's do that then. And I gave it a shot, got the job, and then I started doing quality control for the assembly area. And then that's when I started learning a few things, because one of the guys that was a lead with me ended up spilling a dirty secret and said to me, you know, there's a time where I was actually going to have some of my boys come and teach you a lesson. And I'm like, are you serious? I'm like, why are you telling me this? And why did I... It's like, well, so-and-so said this about you, said you were a snitch and that you got so-and-so in trouble and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't get anyone in trouble unless they deserve it. I'm like, I'm going to tell you right now, I didn't rat on anyone. I addressed the fact that he just stood around talking all the time and he got himself in trouble when they asked him about it. He shot his mouth off and just walked out the door. So, that was on him. He did that. And it's like, yeah. I'm like, I'm serious. I didn't have anything to do with it. And it's like, oh, the past is the past. I'm like, I'm not sure I can take this as the past is the past. Anyway. So, after that whole instance, I'm now being very careful of who I talk to and who I address. I do not even, and then the guys pulled me aside and it's like, you know, Kevin just kind of, because I was saying, like, guys, maybe we should give this a chance, this whole leadership thing. He's like, you know, Kev, he's like, I'm going to tell you, Kevin only put you into the lead position because so-and-so wanted a white guy. I'm like, oh, come on, guys, that's not funny. It's like, serious. I'm like, really? That's how we're going to be about this? It's like, just telling the truth, man. Telling the truth. Well, jeez. So, I kind of fell into a big depression after that. And was like... kind of forgot. When, I said a name. Well, anyway. When they brought that up, I told my boss, I'm like, hey, I'm not feeling too good. And he's like, what's up? I'm like, and so I just kind of found out something that I really didn't want to find out. He's like, okay, let's talk. I'm like, I found out that I was just hired because I was put into the lead position because I was white. It's like, what? And I'm like, yeah. It's like, and who told you this? I'm like, so-and-so and so-and-so. He's like, okay. Do you believe it? And I'm like, it kind of makes sense. It's like, okay. He's like, then I would really push for that quality control job then. I'm like, you sure about that? He's like, dude, he's like, buddy, I think you could really make a difference there. Fine, I guess I'll give it a shot. And so, rolled around and
Inspection request received.
did my dues and all that. Got into the quality position. And so, a few months down the road, he seemed cool. Everything seems fine. Nice, sympathetic, nice, copacetic relationship. And I was like, great, we can do all this. Well, my boss at the time was like very, it's like, you know, you have an authority here. You can do stuff that you do. Oh, I don't like being that person. He's like, well, if you have to, you can. And as long as I clear it. So, one of the rules I had was if something is quarantined, you cannot take parts from it. That was a company rule. Not just my rule. It was a company rule. And this one guy who was one of the past leads that I was
Assets in the air.
supposedly friends with was like, okay, I'm just getting parts off this. And I'm like, you can't. It's like, well, I need to. I'm like, you can't. It's like, why not? And I'm like, it's quarantine. You can't. It's like, well, I need these parts. These parts are good. I'm like, you don't understand. That entire unit is quarantined. You cannot take stuff from it. He's like, well, I am. And then I said, no. And he's like, fuck you, man. And he started taking that. He started walking away with the parts, and I addressed his manager and said, hey, he can't take that. It's quarantine parts. I will shut down your line. And he goes, now hang on. And then the other guy spoke up. He's like, I'm just doing my job, man. I'm like, then I'm doing mine. And I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm like, I'm done with this. I'm done with this bullshit. You want to play this way? We're going to play this way. I stormed off. And then my manager friend, supervisor friend, was like, hey. I'm like, no, you're not stopping me this time. I am done with this. I am so done with this. And I'm done with people stomping all over me. I'm done with people acting like they're better than me because they've been here longer. I've earned where I'm at, and I am not going to have the rules be broken. So I went and reported into HR, and my supervisor friend was like, I really wish you would have just brought that up to me instead of making a whole thing about it. I'm like, Sean, what would you have done? Oh, sorry. I said, what would you have done, man? Would you just talked about him and had us shake hands and walk away? No. That wouldn't do anything. He'd still win. I'm not doing it anymore. And it's like, okay. And I'm like, look, next time I'll try to go through you first. But this time I had to do something to show that I am not going to be pushed around by it. And if that, and he's like, okay, I do. And I'm like, okay. So after that, I just stopped speaking to the guy. And my friend was like, good? I'm like, yeah. It's like, in trouble? I'm like, no. And then, of course, the same person walked up, like, hey, man. And I'm like, yeah. He's like, we good? And I'm like, I don't know. You think we're good? And he's like, oh, it's like that. And I'm like, I don't know. What's it like? And it's like, geez, man. I'm like, we're good. We're fine. I'm just telling you right now. What happens, happens, man. Yeah. That's that. So. Get some sharks going here. Oh, there he goes. Big shark. Ooh, I love the pattern. Oh, you need fish.
After this final payment, we'll have one less T-Rex breathing down our neck. And honestly, given the reputation of those night market guys, a T-Rex might be preferable.
Paying off those loans is a huge deal. We don't have long to get the money together, though, so let's get to it.
You're happy. So, as we continued on, I just kind of grew it. I could hear them like talking about me behind my back. They were throwing stuff at me constantly, acting like nothing was going on, and I'm like, I'm fine. And they'd take it very personal when I would return a lift that they built correctly.
Ladies and gentlemen, we
And
are
they were
pleased
like,
Ladies and
What's
gentlemen,
the
please
deal,
be
man? Why are you
advised
doing
that
this?
our weather forecasts predict
It's
an
wrong.
incoming sandstorm.
You need to build it correctly. He's like, it's not wrong. I don't build anything wrong. And I'm like, you did this time. Like, man, you're just full of bullshit. And I'm
Ladies
like,
and gentlemen,
I'm
our weather
serious.
forecast has been
Oh, you're
updated.
serious.
The sandstorm threat level has been raised.
Fine. Like, sure, whatever. Do what you want to do, man. It's like,
Kira, you're back! And just in time to hear the great
you
news.
like that.
Indeed. I won't interrogate just how much or how little influence you had on the results, Mr. Finch, but I received word that we are now debt-free.
Well, except for the alimony, am I right? No? Just me?
Not only debt-free, but thriving. This place is making money. The animals and our guests are happy, and we didn't sell out to any criminal elements to do it.
Well, the client is certainly pleased. So pleased, in fact, that they are extending Din's contract indefinitely. Without that debt, they hope that you can create the profitable wildlife park that they dreamed of.
Oh, I know we can. Let's get on it.
So, and that felt
Fine work.
Then I
I
started
respect someone who can get
training
results
somebody
and get them
to-
fast.
I got into a better position, and I started training someone to take over my position. That person put in a lot of good work, and they worked really hard. She did a very good job, and I was very proud of them. And same with the other person that I was working with too. Both of them did very good, and I made my recommendations and stuff like that. The thing is that I think that's when, and this is just my own conjecture. This isn't how it happened or anything like that. This is more just my own thoughts. So call me a terrible person if you want to, but I believe that the person that I gave my job to wasn't who this person being a woman, these guys being of an older generation that don't like being bossed around by women, kind of decided, you know what? Yeah.
Ladies
hey,
and
listen,
gentlemen,
or
we have
I'm not
added a
gonna
new
let
viewing
anybody
gallery,
tell
ready
me
for
I'm
you
not
to
gonna
observe our
let
magnificent animals.
So I was like, it's fine. Just, what the heck? And so they ended up giving her and I would get like messages like, so and so are just such assholes today. I'm like, I'm just jealous of you. Don't worry about it. You're doing fine. No complaints on my end from you, for you. So you're doing fine. Just stick to it. Be open-minded on new things, and everything will be good. It's like, okay. sounds good. Good. So I eventually got around to bringing on. We ended up bringing on another person because just was very overwhelmed with some of our stuff, and it was just, yeah, I'm like, we're good. We just needed another person. So they're wondering, like, oh, is so-and-so replacing me or something? I'm like, no one's replacing you. Who's telling you that? I'm like, oh, so-and-so was talking. I'm like, no. I'm like, and I kept telling them, don't listen to these guys. These guys will purposely mess with your head so they can pull something over on you. Stop listening to them. It's like, and she's like, okay. I'm like, and I pull her aside. I'm like, look, you're a grown woman. The thing is, I have no control over what you do. If you want to associate with people, you associate with people. But I'm going to tell you right now that my only advice is don't deal with people who are jealous of your success, because all they're going to do is try to make it so that you aren't successful anymore and that they can hold it over you.
Ladies and gentlemen,
They may not do it directly, but they'll be sitting there going, oh, that's a real shame that didn't work out for you. Oh, real shame. Like, so, just saying, be careful. Like, I've got it. And like, okay. And then just a lot of changes in their behavior and seeing them hanging out that like you shouldn't really be doing that. But I just said, I'm not going to interfere. I'm not going to interfere. It's their call, not mine. They're an adult. I don't have to. My authority is not needed here. So, and sadly, that led to that person being let go from their position because they ended up not reporting when they were going on.
Ladies and gentlemen,
And
for your comfort, we've increased the hotel capacity of the
was
park.
like, I didn't even speak to him at this point. I was done talking to him. I'm like, if they aren't going to talk to me and ask for help, I can't help them. So I just, it really hurt me a lot because I put so much work into training them, and I saw them as a friend, and I had even invited them over to my house to play D&D, and they did come over a few sessions, but then kind of gave up, and I just
Task received.
why don't you come out and hang out with us? And it's like, oh, this is just kind of doing this and this and this. And okay, just trying to. And then like, I don't think I'm going to be joining anymore. I'm like, that really sucks, but okay.
The megalodon has existed in every ocean in the world, but it tends to prefer warmer climates like a lot of other prehistoric animals. It's a truly dominant ocean predator, so stay out of the water, unless you want to line up to be a hot lunch.
So that's how I ended up becoming one of the most hated people at my job. At least one person. I tried really hard to like move past it and all that, but just something bothered me so much about how some people were behaving and how it just seemed
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
But all in all, I ended up getting through all that, and now I've just moved past it. I'm done with it, and I believe that I've gotten better from it. So, and now all I do is I promise my boss that if anyone bothers me ever again, I will be cordial, I will be professional, but it does not mean that I will like the person. I will be friendly and professional. And that's all I ask.
Personnel, please stand by.
Great. Let's try just one and see how this goes.
Increase the hotel capacity of the park.
Heading to collect the asset.
But yeah, so, I mean, it sucks that for 5 years I thought I had made friends. Only to find out that I didn't. And that really sat with me for a while. But anyway, so, and the thing is that B took before she left was like, you be careful of so and so, so and so, and so and so. They may be acting like that, and she predicted everything that would have happened. And I do wish I had taken it more seriously instead of just, because she was legitimately upset. They pushed her around and stuff like that. I would fight like hell with people who say, you stay out of it, you're just going to get me in trouble. And I was like, I really don't like how people tell me what to do. But she would constantly tell me, hey,
Damage found?
let me handle my stuff. It's fine. Okay. I didn't like it. I didn't like what happened. I was upset. You're like, tell me, you should be upset. She did this to herself. Don't be upset. Again, I was really tired of people telling me how to feel, what to do. Just... I had just lost touch with my friend, and I was like, I recently just had like some stuff going on, and I saw that they were very active recently. I'm like, you know what? Why don't I just see how they are? Why don't I just touch base and stuff like that? I'm like, what's the harm? Did touch base, and they were doing fun. I got to catch up with them, and they were like, I was just thinking about you and hoping you're doing well and all this other stuff. Well, I'm glad that you're so concerned. A lot of other people don't give, and I tell her everything that happened. And he's like, no, really? You guys better let me know. I will be on
The
this.
incredible Attenboroughsaurus was named after naturalist and documentarian David Attenborough. It would be an honor having any prehistoric animal named after you, let alone this majestic reptile. This site has a celebrity in its midst.
Okay, so they're good, they're good. So we need another female and very nice to be able to talk to her and just catch up, and just felt really good to talk to somebody that I respected so much, especially after I had a really hard week last week, and I just really wanted to feel better. And talking to her really cheered me up. So
Confirming task. Request acknowledged. oh, they're cute.
The Lystrosaurus, a true survivor of the dinosaur world. No one is quite sure how this animal survived the mass Permian extinction event, but survive it did. It might be small in stature and toothless, bar those upper canine tusks, but the Lystrosaurus was a remarkably successful species in its time. And now, of course, in our time as well.
Hope she's hanging in there. She seems to be doing okay.
received.
Ladies and gentlemen, our restroom is now open to use for whenever nature calls.
Oh, that wasn't what I wanted to do at all. There we go.
New request received.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be advised that our weather forecasts predict an incoming sandstorm.
Request acknowledged.
Ladies and gentlemen, please shield
Collecting
your office
asset.
and proceed to take cover until the sandstorm has...
That.
Asset transportation underway.
Let's hope this doesn't throw everything off. Okay, they seem to be good. And the dunks seem to be good.
Prepare asset for release.
So 4 more.
Attention personnel. We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond. Ladies and gentlemen, the sandstorm has now resuming normal activity.
Brilliant work. There's a reason we all rely on your expertise.
Yeah, they're cute.
When people think of dinosaurs, they tend to imagine animals of a certain size. And yes, most dinosaurs are at least bigger than modern animals. The Microceratus is different. But don't let its small size make you underestimate it. They are still dinosaurs, with all the dangers that implies.
Working with Cabot, I'm more wary about delegating tasks than I'd like to be. However, I trust you with this one. Please don't make me regret that.
The bottom line? A strong park rating is essential. So do what you can to get it even higher.
Wrong type. All right, so we're getting towards the end of this session. I think we're about to hit. Yeah, we're gonna hit 5 stars as soon as we get back. So.
Be there soon.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new lagoon viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our marvelous marine reptiles.
Let's try and get our remaining fossils taken care of. All right. So, this video should be up 8:30 p.m. Central U.S. time tonight, or give or take a few. Too. So, yeah, if you guys are done with me and want to watch someone better, those would probably be who I'd suggest. As far as our schedule goes, Thursday we will be in GTA doing some other like business missions, auto shop, gun runners, that kind of stuff. So super excited about that for sure. Then Saturday we'll be back working on the Rev Raptor, and next Tuesday we'll be back in this. So, yes, definitely excited. I hope I can put 4 Chronosaurus in here. So, oh, excuse me. Ugh. Don't forget to drop us a follow, because we are 3 away from 160 follower goal, so that would really help us out. And trust me, it is awesome that you guys help us out on that. So. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and ring the bell over at Spark923 YouTube. And if you really want to help out the channel, don't forget to subscribe, because subscribing not only gets rid of those pesky ads that I can only snooze 3 times, but also it helps us out with server fees, maintenance fees, groceries, model kits, and diapers for little baby Bray. So we greatly appreciate the help there. And with that, I really don't have much else to say. If you're going to be sticking around, we'll see you about 10-15 minutes. If not, definitely remember to get out there, discover, explore, create, innovate. We will see you here next time on Spark93 Gaming. Love you guys. Take it easy. close to 5 stars again. Oh. Then where are we off to? Oh no. Oh no.